leave it to Sinbad to pull some sneaky and shady shit. And then he's here. Like, really? Judal's here right now? That Magi greatness. I've waited probably over half a year to see Judal return. Let's go. So for starters, everyone is a little bit more aware now of what we've known for quite some time now. At the end of the Magnus War, I believe we were confirmed that basically the hole is still open. So basically, Altharman can try again pretty soon to have Father and the Medium come through as well. So now everyone is kind of aware, like, they're on a time limit. But the shit that Sinbad pulled in this chapter, not only was he basically looking down on them, kind of throwing them shots at him, but he basically made the whole world look at the Kouen Empire as if they're the villain. So he basically succeeded in throwing any suspicion and all the heat off of him and his alliance and threw it all on top of the Kouen Empire and Kouen. And it's like, the characterization of Sinbad shining through once again. At the end of the day, a shady dude, but very tactical and wise at the same time. And to be honest, something with this chapter definitely made me wonder regarding Kouen. If he knew about Gyokuin for a while now, and that she was basically like evil and up to something, then why has he still not taken any action? If he wanted to get rid of her, wouldn't he have done this a while ago? So it makes me wonder a little bit about Kouen as well, because between the two parties that we have here, we have Cinderia and the Seven Alliances, and then the Kouen Empire. And to be honest with you, the way things are looking, it's kind of looking a little bit more like the Kouen Empire is more straightforward in a sense. It's like, we have our objective, but ultimately we're not trying to, like, you know, be evil, and we're really not, like, in a certain manner. We're not basically trying to be fucked up people. While Sinbad, he's kind of like, yeah, I'm Sinbad, I'm a good guy. It kind of definitely looks shady more with him, and kind of his motives are kind of like a little bit secluded and hidden. So with Sinbad, it looks a little bit more dangerous, but at the same time, if you look at Kouen, first of all, he's known for a while now regarding Gyokuin and her evil ways and evil intentions, and he still has her around. He hasn't tried to get rid of her, which either makes you think, okay, is he scared of them? Are they too strong for him? Or is he just using them for their power? And if he is just using them for the powers, does that mean that he's basically saying, okay, my means are justified for the end? I don't think so. Like, at the end of the day, using those means of using this fucking dark power that is ultimately gonna succumb the world and shit like that to get your ultimate goal, definitely, I don't think that that's justified in any which way regarding using them to get what he wants. So if you really look at it, both parties are kind of fucked up. It's like, you got Sinbad, which he wants to basically seemingly be ruler of the world. And then you got Kouen that wants to be ruler of the world as well, but he's using dirty means as well, using the Altharman people, while Sinbad is just using any shady tactic as well. And again, I don't fault Sinbad, even though he comes across as like, who the fuck knows what he's up to. And at the same time, we still have some of the suspicion from what we learned in Alma-Tehran regarding David, maybe some sort of connection. But at the end of the day, what he's doing is really a wise leader. Any wise leader would do. He's using any possible tactic he can to win, to basically get what he wants. He's on some Cao Mengde shit. Three Kingdoms, baby. And the way Sinbad did it, it's like, it's such a perfect strategy, honestly. He's like a fucking evil genius with this on evil, basically making them look like the bad guys so everybody will come together. Not only that, but also making Aladdin look at him like, I would love to work with them if they would just agree to get rid of the threat that they have. So not only is everybody going to look at the Kouen Empire as, oh shit, they're, basically a threat, we need to get rid of them, but also he's telling Aladdin, I have no problem with going along with what you want, but basically they have to submit to what I asked. Sneaky motherfucker. And speaking of the Rain Empire real quick, they're basically fucked at this point, because now if everybody's looking at the Kouen Empire, which they're basically seemingly siding with them, and they're next to them, it's like, you're going to go down too. And the Rain Empire at this point, they've been lower down, in my opinion. To me now, the Rain Empire went from like a third party to they're just a support group at this point. Like, Cinderia is looking at them like, you fucking traitorous bitches. Everybody's looking at the Kouen Empire like, there's some snakes now because of what we found out, or what everyone else found out anyway, regarding Altharman being tied with them. So the Rain Empire is screwed. And to be honest with you, I think the Rain Empire, one of the biggest things is that it's not a big fraction. At the end of the day, where's the fucking leader? You got Mu standing in for them, really? Which, by the way, one of the things I want to say as well, I really think that the people from the Seven Alliances, the people with Sinbad, I think they should speak up a little bit more, and we should hear more of their opinions, because at the end of the day, we've seen time and time again that they're not pushovers. They're not going to let Sinbad walk all over them and speak for them. At the end of the day, they're their own leaders. So I would like to get a little bit more from them as well, showing that, they actually have something to say about all this, because in all honesty, it's like Sinbad is mainly doing the talking for them, and we know that's not the case of how they roll. They're all badasses. And I kind of found it interesting and at the same time laughable that Kouen is looking at himself and what his vision is as similar to what Solomon wanted. At the end of the day, what Solomon basically wanted is for people to have free will to make their own destiny. And what Kouen is trying to do is basically, yeah, I will have peace. Everybody can be, you know, getting along fine, but it's going to be under my way. We're going to strip you of all of your national pride of who you are. You're going to get the jobs that we say. You're going to all be under Kouen. And that's not what Solomon wanted at all. At the end of the day, if you look at all spectrums surrounding it, Solomon's way, Sinbad's way, and Kouen's way, Kouen wants to, like, you know, just do everything the way he wants it. Sinbad wants to be ruler of the world, and God knows what else. And Solomon just wanted everybody to make their own decisions and make their own peaceful lives. So that's not what Solomon wanted at all. And I don't know if Kouen misconstrued that or what. And another thing that this chapter did is it kind of left Alibaba's future uncertain at the moment, because basically when he walked up to Kouen and was like, yo, we need to stop this from happening to Balbat and the rest of the world, what happened to Almataran, and he basically tells Aladdin that he's no longer interested in him, like, you know, that was a good story and everything, and I feel for you, but I'm not interested in you anymore. Does that include Alibaba as well? Has he lost interest in him? Is he basically taking the deal off the table for Alibaba to join him in his conquest of the world? So that makes you wonder right there as well, what's going to happen with Alibaba, Aladdin, and Morgiana, because I'd imagine, especially after this, they're going to stick together like glue. They ain't separating anymore. Wherever Aladdin and Alibaba goes, Morgiana's going. And usually with Aladdin, he follows Alibaba anywhere he's going because he's the king. You know, he's the person that he wants to lead this world into a better tomorrow. So definitely this chapter left it a little bit uncertain for Alibaba, what's going to happen with him right now. Is Sinbad going to look at him as though he's a traitor for basically saying, no, I'll work with you and this and that? So it's really uncertain for him at the moment. But things could change, because when that motherfucker showed up at the end, when Judal came, and first of all, a bit disrespectful, bro. Like, really, you gonna call Aladdin's past trauma, losing his parents, losing his homeland, basically being in a fucking jar, and then basically being in a tomb for most of his childhood, boring? That's fucked up, bro. But I love you. I don't know. You're just too badass. And if you think of it like this was an incredible setup, an incredible progression to something epic. Because don't forget what Shinobu Otaka hinted months ago. There's going to be major deaths. And I think what she's referring to is the summit. And nobody has their metal vessels. Remember, a lot of these people don't have it. We still have some Magi. But with Judal being there, and we know Judal, he's a fucking monster. He don't give a fuck. If he starts attacking, yes, there are some Magi that can defend while the people head over to try and get their metal vessels. However, if Hakuryuu is around there, because we haven't seen Hakuryuu yet, and if he managed to summon some people, or if it's just Hakuryuu himself, they're going to have one hell of a fucking struggle right now. Somebody might die. It could be Kouen. Maybe Kouen and his brother might die. Maybe one of them might die. And that would lead for Alibaba to rule in the name of Kouen. So many different things can happen right now, now that Judal has shown up. And it's like, what is he doing here? What does he want? What does he have to say about all of this? And real quick, going back to the whole thing with Gyokwen and Arba, it really just seems uncertain as to what the fuck is up. How are they possessing these people? Because we've seen the straw dolls, but then seemingly Gyokwen looks just like Arba. So it's just a reincarnation that she possessed. Because remember, Gyokwen was a good mother, a good person prior to seemingly falling into depravity. So there's still more depth to that as well. I want to learn more about what's up with Altharman. But as a whole, incredible progression and a great setup for next week. I don't know what Judal and Hakuryuu are planning. Are they forming their own kingdom or what? But it's gonna be fucking sick. Only couple things that I will say about this is, first of all, I want more of the generals to have their opinion. We know they're not Sinbad's bitches. They have their fucking mouths and they will speak very well. So I'd like to get a little bit more on that. Also, I would like to get a little bit more clarification as to what Kouen meant regarding losing interest in Aladdin, because mainly the one reason why I think he was inviting Alibaba to join him and everything is because he wanted in turn for Aladdin to follow. But if he lost interest and he doesn't want to do with him anymore, what's going to happen with Alibaba? And what the fuck is Judal doing here? Like, why is he here? So many great questions, and right now it's just like, Magi, 3 chapters back and we're already going into some great shit. Shinobu, keep doing your thing. Let me know what you guys thought of this chapter. What is Judal doing here? Is Hakuryuu around? Are they planning to attack people at the summit? What is their goal? What do you think about Sinbad and Kouen? Like, I still can't get it out of my mind how fucking badass Kouen is. He just gets up and he's like, I don't like you. It's like, fucking, I love this shit. But that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you could do so as well, that would be awesome. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.